My name is Elaine Larsen. I'm the president of Larsen Motorsports, and I'm a professional race car driver. Larsen Motorsports does a lot of stuff, a lot more than people would think. We're not just your normal typical race team, but that's what we do for fun, is we go out and we race very fast cars and hopefully win lots of trophies and lots of money. But when we're not doing that during the week, we're actually doing a lot of research and development back at the shop for high performance vehicles. So my main job is to kind of manage everyone. We have multiple teams. We have lots of different moving pieces. So I have to handle the logistics as far as the bookkeeping, the travel logistics when all of the team goes on the road. I have to handle a lot of meetings, a lot of sponsor stuff. So a lot of business stuff, PowerPoints and Excel sheets are my life, which is not the exciting part of it. But the very best part is I actually get to get into a super fast race car and drive it. My race car goes 280 miles an hour in only 5 seconds. It shoots out about, 20 feet of fire, 0 to 100 in a second, and I get to go fast on the weekends. You know, a lot of people would think my favorite part is driving the race car. And I like that. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Of course, who's going to not want to drive a really fast car and, you know, hopefully win and get all kinds of trophies. But sometimes that's my least favorite part because it takes me away from my educational outreach. So some of the other stuff that I get to do is I get to go into schools and I get to talk to kids about career opportunities. Like, you know, what does it take to be a race car driver? I bet you just have to want to drive fast. Well, that's the least thing on my list. So I get to go out and kind of spread the word of what racing is all about. So that's my favorite thing, is getting kids and new people engaged in racing and getting them to get that bug, you know, wanting to get that fire in their belly to kind of push themselves to do more. My least favorite thing, I'm going to tell you, bar none, is crashing. I don't like to crash. Crashing is not a good thing. Sometimes I get hurt, sometimes my car gets hurt, and a lot of times my ego gets hurt. Oh my goodness, I did not come from a family of racers. That's what everyone thinks. They're like, oh yeah, your dad must have been a racer. Honey, my dad was a tractor driver. I grew up on a farm in Michigan, the little middle of the mitten right there. Yeah, I grew up very slow, very on the farm tractor kind of girl. We had lots of farm animals, from pigs and chickens and cows and horses, which was an awesome way to grow up. I worked from sunup to sundown because everybody on the farm works. So I think that taught me my work ethic. But then I met a boy and I got married, and this kid just loved everything. And so he took me to the drag races. I got the bug, and then I said, what about me? Why can't I race? And he said, I don't know, why not? So it kind of took a lot of steps along the way. First, I had to find out who I was as a person and what I wanted to do. And gosh, I'm 53 years old and I still haven't all figured it out. I still think there's a lot of stuff I kind of want to do. You know, I think the best piece of advice I can have is don't be afraid to walk in the door. Our shop is just located here in Florida. We're not that far away. We do a lot of high school and a lot of like shadowing programs. A lot of times people think, oh gosh, they'd never pick me, or oh, you know, if I send her an email, she's never going to email me back. It's fear. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to raise your hand. Don't be afraid to take chances. When someone says, who wants to go? And you look around, you're looking left and looking right and no one's raising their hand, raise yours. You know, if I was afraid, I wouldn't have gotten in the race car. You know, I trust my team. I trust my company. I trust my people around me to have my back, and then I've got to have theirs. I would love to have you guys pop over to blazingtrails.info and we take you for a tour of the shop. We compare racing suits to rocket suits, racing seats to rocket seats. There's a really cool videos that we have on YouTube. I would love to have you guys send me an email. It's Elaine@lmsjets.com. It just comes right to me. Don't be afraid. If you have a question after you watch the videos, send me an email. What else do I have to do right now? We're not racing, so you guys might as well help fill my day up. I would love to hear from you and hopefully make a bunch of race car builders and race car drivers.